Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the S&P 500, relate this to Bitcoin, guys, because you know, there's some people out there that are really thinking Bitcoin's going to be going to the depths, something like that, right, guys? So if you just land here, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. I was a little pumped up on that last channel because some of these people, man, like bears, man, like they're freaking like these guys, man, like toxic dudes, man. Like I'm bearish when you're supposed to be bearish, guys, and I'm bullish when you're supposed to be bullish. It's in a correction. Um, Bitcoin, S&P 500, and Nasdaq obviously aren't in a correction yet. I keep talking about the correction they're going to be doing, but they're going to be in a correction too. So I'm going to relate this S&P 500 and go back to what here I know on the S&P 500, okay? Because the S&P 500 did exactly what I thought it was going to do. And the reason why I say that is because right in that section was a triangle. Guys. I was checking that out. Had a triangle in there. It was in there for like 2 weeks, going up and down, making that triangle shape. Okay. And it's going to pop up. And if you take a look at this, I'm going to show you guys something. You take a look at this. Okay. I'm going to relate this to Bitcoin, right? I told you Bitcoin's in a second wave correction. So you got your A, your B, and your C. And you see this move right here? 3, and it's got a 3. So I made a video previously about this. I would not be surprised if we see a flat over here, guys, back down to that section right there for A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a C, for it to correct this move right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's how I'm looking at that for the S&P 500. Okay. Now, maybe this thing's going to keep shooting up. I keep saying these things are going to do a correction. I just think it's due for a correction, guys. He's got to come down, man, and correct this section over here. So if the S&P 500 is in this, it made this impulse move, okay, and it's going to come down for a correction. I think this is going to be a wave 1 of a C leg that it's going to be going up on, okay? So, and then it has a wave over here. So this is A, B, and then up for a C, like so. I'll go like this, guys. This is what I think that it's doing. This is A. This is a B, and it's going up for a C, okay? And this is wave 1 of this C leg, okay? That's what I think is going on for the correction on the S&P 500. Now, another thing that I do too is pretty handy. All these S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, they flow together. So I have the Nasdaq composite down here too on the daily chart, okay? So what I'm going to do is I go like this sometimes, check it out just to see what's going on. Okay, so you can see, line it up right there. What it did is correction, right? So I just go through this. S&P 500 did a wave there. It was a wedge type pattern, and the Nasdaq did a correction right there. And then this whole section was the S&P 500's. This is the third. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave. Okay. So maybe on the Nasdaq, you can see here, so third, and then it went up for a 5th. So on the Nasdaq, its 5th wave is right there, okay? But now the Nasdaq's in a correction. It's actually correcting up in a 3-wave swing that I showed you just before. 3, 3, and then back down. So the Nasdaq somehow made a goofy wave, and this is more likely a 5th wave that's making of its wave here, guys, down here, if you follow it along with the S&P 500. Okay, so the S&P 500 up top here is in this wave, probably will come back down, in my opinion, to make that second wave correction on the S&P 500, and it's going to be somewhat similar on the Nasdaq. Now, this is so blowing off so much that it can still shoot up a little bit because all the momentum that's behind it from this 5th wave, possibly it could be going on. So you could say, like, for example, if the S&P and the Nasdaq continue to go up a little bit, that this right here could be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit higher on that. Okay. And then for the Nasdaq down here, guys, it'd be the same thing, in my opinion, this move, and that's going to be going into a second wave correction of a C leg, just like the S&P 500 up here, guys. Okay. So that's what I wanted to show you to put that together, is that Bitcoin. Now, this relates to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to be making this trek to 10,000 because the indices aren't going to be breaking these lows over here, guys. Okay. They're going to be retracing and going up probably for the rest of most of the year, in my opinion. Just corrections along the way into November, December, maybe January. Don't really know yet. They're going to be going up. I doubt that Bitcoin's going to be going down like that. And then while these are going up, guys. So they're in a correction, and it'll be the same thing for Bitcoin, 4188. So like when I made my video for the S&P 500, I said it's going to come back up to these areas and test it. Okay, like the 4,200, get some bear or bulls happy. Okay, and then it's going to come down and correct. So back up, test, and get the shorts back in there, right? And then it's going to have a correction over here, guys, in my opinion, is what's going to be going on. So you have a massive wave here, a massive flat right here for the B wave. And then this should be the wave 1 or 2 of a C wave that are going to be going back up, guys. I do have for the rest of the year going up into these targets. So it's going to come back down and do a correction, probably pretty aggressive, because I think it's going to be a flat. So this is going to come down really well, okay? And you're going to want to see, just like it did over here, bring that back down, go run. It can bring this all the way back down there and do a run again, guys, okay? And then start looking at these targets over here. So in the meantime, Bitcoin will be doing its second wave correction too. And, you know, I'm thinking what's going on here with Bitcoin, guys, is Bitcoin started its correction early, right? Just a little speculation on my part, thinking something like this. It started early because Bitcoin probably needed to go deeper. I don't think, maybe the Nasdaq will go pretty aggressive and deep, but I don't think the S&P 500 is going to go super deep or anything like that. So probably that's what's going on here. Bitcoin is going to come back up and then, you know, do a correction down into these areas, guys. And more than likely, it's a second wave correction. Now, some are probably going to say that could it be in, you know, is it going to do a 1-2? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I think this whole thing is correcting this whole thing right here is what I think it is, because the amount of time that's been in there. So you can see that leg's 34 days, and then you have a correction right over here that took 24 days. So this is bigger in time than this one. So more than likely, it's correcting this whole thing. So this whole thing could be however you want to do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However you want to count that. I think it's going to be correcting this whole leg to be able to go back up. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Is that what I'm saying? Let me put the what I have down there. I'll put the S&P 500 on there for you guys, and I'll show you. Okay. So this is a daily. That's a daily. Clear that up so you can see here. Where's the sequence? So here's the sequence on it with Bitcoin, right? Right there, 10th of March, it blasted out of there. So it goes up into its wave, right? So Bitcoin ended on right in that area. Okay, it came down, did a correction while Bitcoin did its correction. So they don't go exactly right, but it blasted up onto this wave, this fifth wave on the S&P 500 while Bitcoin went up. And then it is doing its correction, that 3-wave move, and it's doing a 3-wave move, okay? Usually when you see 3, and it goes up after the end of an impulse like that, it means it's coming down for a flat. So this be a 5-wave move. More than likely. I could be wrong. You know, I've been saying the Nasdaq is going to go down and keeps going up. So the same thing with Bitcoin. It's going to be doing whenever it's done over here, this correction over here to get it back down to these areas. So Bitcoin in that area will be able to do its correction and finish up. Now, whether it's going to take more time to get it done than the S&P 500, I just don't think the S&P 500 is going to have a deep correction, guys. I don't think it's, you know, I would say maybe 39.20. 39.20 would be a good target area. 39.20, 6-7%, you know, in that area. Okay. So Bitcoin can get down. I hope that makes sense. I just want to put that together for you guys. Okay. Let you guys know that you have a high probability of this being a second wave. Not only because of what I showed you in the previous videos, but also because what I'm saying about the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, they're not going down. They're not going to break those lows, guys. I'm really 90% sure on that one. Okay. The algos, same algos that tell me this is going down right here like that. The same algos tell me those are going up for quite a long time. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.